Hello, friends. My name is Jenny Disa, your host for this evening. I'm a senior manager at Aleph, a platform to promote the global perspective of education and career. This is our 86th Career Talk, broadcasted live on Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn. Every Friday, we aim to bring in the valuable speakers to discuss the topic that is important to you and for your career. For the benefit of our new viewers, let me quickly introduce Aleph. Aleph is an award-winning career counseling and study abroad consultants. Aleph is named among top 10 most recommended overseas education consultants by Insight Success. We have successfully counseled over 23,000 students, and our students have till date received around 23 crore rupees of scholarship. We offer the options of 200 plus universities across 14 plus destinations. So, with this, let's move on to our today's topic, importance of career counseling. To discuss this exciting subject, we have with us an expert speaker. Let me introduce you and honor of introducing him to you. Hello. Hi,
Hi,
sir.
Jenny. Hi, Jenny.
Hi. Let me quickly introduce Mr. Sudhir Hatangani. Mr. Sudhir Hatangani is a professional career counselor, been into academic teaching since 1992, have been counseling and guiding students and parents through dermatoglyphis since 2009, have been associated with various programs of Department of Education like Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan, been committee member of ward and zonal level science exhibition, coordinated for the AIDS awareness program, and many such programs held by the education department. With interest in skill development, he has been part of MACCIA Student Entrepreneurship Mentor Program organized for engineering student in Maharashtra. Wow. With this, I welcome you, Sudhir sir, as I fondly call
Welcome.
you.
Thank you.
So, to our viewers, if you have any questions, please feel free to write in the comment box and we will try to address as we progress in the session. So, with this, let us begin our first question. Now, Sudhir sir, career counseling has been on and off a very, tricky, topic for our students and, parents. We would want to know how best the student or the youth today can extract best out of this. So in a very lay example or explanation, could you explain to us or highlight what career counseling is?
Now, Jenny, nowadays with the pandemic and the corona going on, every day you have doctors coming on WhatsApp, right? But how much would you
Correct.
trust those people? Dangerous, right? you
Correct.
could you could end up with something very very dangerous or detrimental. So just like that, career counsel also is a professional course of action, you can say. But in India, we Indians are, especially our whole community is a reactive community, it's never proactive. So when it comes to career also, we are very casual. Now, if I ask you, or if we ask any parent, what are the 10, what are the career choices that are available to your child? At best, they could give you five, or if it's a really good parent, it can end up giving you only 10 career options available across streams. But if I tell you, in India alone, there will be more than 500 career options for any child to pick up from. Would that be surprising to you?
Of
That number
course.
500 in India, it is, right? And if we
Yes,
come
it is.
the world over, we go into more than 1200, and you're an expert on that subject. you'll have more than 1200 career choices
Correct.
across subjects, right? And how many
Correct.
do we know? Only 10.
Hardly
So
10. Yeah.
I always tell people, when you go to hotels, you can't choose a dish for yourself. Like, how many times do you have friends and all? They'll always tell you, you choose a dish for me. You can't choose your own dish for a dinner. And when it comes to your career, you're so casual. Why?
Hmm.
So you have experts. Like, if you have a problem with your brain, you'll go to a brain surgeon. Just
Correct.
because somebody can suture well. Even the cobbler in my neighborhood, he really sutures well. But I will not go for a gastro problem to just slit it and just remove the tumor and sew it up for me, right? He's different.
Correct. Correct.
So you need to have an expert for even a career option. But in our country, especially, we take it too casually. Career choice is taken very casually. You shouldn't. This is what is my uh, opinion or my expertise, being in this field for more than 35 years now, dealing with children since 1987, and
Hmm.
been into academics since 1992. So long, long time. So, but things are changing, and I'm happy that parents are now taking it a little more seriously.
Correct. So, in one line, if you could tell me what is career counseling?
One line, what is career counseling? It is helping you make the right choice. Make the right choice, baby. Like, there used to be a tagline for a product. It's just like that.
Mhm.
Career counseling
Correct.
is somebody holding your hand and putting you on the right path. That's career counseling.
Great. So, I mean, is there a need for career counseling? I mean, who should come to you for a career counseling?
I feel everybody needs career counseling. Everybody. Now, if I ask you, Jenny, why did you choose, or how did you choose this? Generally, we choose, or most of the people in our days, in till the 90s, people chose career by instinct, or they
Correct.
just looked at somebody in the family. Okay, if there was somebody in the family who was a successful chartered accountant, everybody in the family ended up doing commerce, right?
Correct.
Or if there was one successful person with a medical thing, then everybody in that family just studied science.
Agree.
In those days it was okay, but today you cannot do that. So who should do career counseling? Anybody and everybody. Because even I would not have known what are my strengths. Somebody else have to point out, right? Like, anybody, let's say, when you look at yourself, you'd always, like, I would always feel that, oh, the I think this is how I am, or that is how I am. But there'll be somebody else who'll be able to pinpoint my shortcomings or my strengths or my weaknesses.
Hmm.
You understand? So a career counselor is somebody who can, and everybody. I feel any child who's come into the secondary school, he
Hmm.
needs career counseling.
All right. Agree.
I would
So,
like to add one more thing. Sorry,
sure.
one more thing. People feel that career counseling is to be done just once. I think it's a process. It's not a one-time affair. It's a process. It could start as early as you being in secondary school, and it could go up till you actually get into your program of masters or beyond. Till there, you require.
Correct. So, as per you, what are the different tools of career counseling? Because usually, youth or me even would just Google and find some random career assessment tool which are available online,
Yeah,
and
so,
get through
see,
that.
that is what
So,
I'm
could you
saying. That is what
explain
I'm
if there?
saying.
Hmm. So,
True.
are
Like what
there
you
any
said,
particular tools available?
tools, there are many tools. You could pick and
Hmm.
choose what tools you want. I mean, the simple is your aptitude test, which we used to have in the olden days. Then you
Hmm.
have your psychometric test, you have your SWOT, you have your Holland test, you have shadowing, you have so many, you have handwriting analysis, graphology, which helps you in things. You have dermatoglyphics, which I really highly recommend as one of those some things, tools which you could use to understand yourself. How would you
Hmm.
choose your career? You would choose your career only when you understand yourself, right? Otherwise, I have students, 1 week they are feeling that they could be an excellent doctor. The next month they feel they could do very well as a sports analyst, and a few months later they are the best stock broking analyst, and so on and so forth. So your interests keep changing, right?
Correct.
How
Correct.
would you
So,
know what?
Yeah, correct. So ideally, what you're trying to say is a tool that assess student personality, aptitude, and interest. A combination of such tool will be an ideal tool.
Absolutely, precisely. You put it, you summarize it absolutely on the dot. That's how it would be, because
Correct.
you need to analyze. Yes, you need to analyze all your aspects, and then it is. I always tell, career choices like going for these elaborate marriages. The
Correct.
present day marriages, you have such a huge array of buffet. In one corner you have Mughlai food, on the other you have Italian, and then there's a space for the South Indian, and the pani puri and chaat wala is there, and the fruit salad and the ice cream, and your plate is so small. What do you eat? Right?
Correct.
So that
Correct.
is how difficult or dangerous career options and choosing and taking the right combination is. It's this is how I could put it in a very simple language.
Correct. For our audience, if you are interested to pursue a career counseling assessment and test, please connect with us on our helpline number. So, Sudhir, so moving ahead with my next question to you is, what are the benefit one can derive out of career counseling?
See, Jenny, it is like courses for horses and horses for courses. Okay. Now, what are the benefits? It's simple. It is like maybe a dinner cost, family dinner cost can put you in the right path.
Correct.
How important it is. I always tell people that why not spend an amount which could be a cost of a family dinner. When you go out for a family dinner, what cost that you will incur, you would invest in your career choice. That is what you do. And you, like I told you, it is a multiple stop program. You could start analyzing, or you could start understanding this as early as 12th class,
Hmm.
13th class, and then you could
Hello. Okay. I think I've lost Sudhir sir due to internet, but I believe Mr. Sudhir has been trying to say. I mean, we've been so hesitant to do a career counseling, which may cost us a nominal price of as less as a one dinner, expense for us. So, it's sort of an uh, information that do not hesitate or think about spending, which is more of an investment towards making the right decision about your career. And student, if you're interested for any free counseling session, please connect with us on 9987099890. We offer 190 plus specializations and career counseling, helping you to choose the right country if you're looking to go abroad and study, right course, and right university. So you can reach us out on and also visit www.alifoverseas.alif.in. So again, just giving a brief about our SAT assessment. We have a career counseling and a SAT assessment tool for a student, uh, which you can take online, sitting right from your home. And furthermore, you can also take a counseling session for the same. So please stay in touch live, because I will have Sir joining in soon. You can drop in your questions if you have any, and I'll try to address them in while we are waiting for the professional speaker. Audience, please hang on patiently. I'm just trying to get these online back. In the meantime, if you have any question, you may please put your comments down. Hi, hello. Which college to go in if we want to go international after 10th? You have boarding schools. You have schools uh, uh, which you can go and study in, which offers you with the IB curriculum and study for 2 years at A levels. AS and A level. So maybe you can reach out to us and we can give you more information. But yes, there are special schools which help you study the curriculum to then go and pursue your bachelor's degree. Let me have Sudeep sir.
Yeah, sorry, everybody. It is the typical school program thing, So the teacher in me doesn't die, and the technology always supports teachers, or thing. So in any school function, you will always have the mic or the sound system malfunctioning. So we are blessed. It happened even today with all the support that can be. I'm sorry. Yeah,
Sure,
Jenny.
sir.
Sure.
So my audience has been patiently waiting. They've actually understood. I see them still live with me. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. So my question to you was, what are the benefits that one derives out of career counseling? This was my
See,
question to you then.
yeah. Sorry, we lost link then. See, the
Yeah.
benefits is so simple. Is why do we want to not spend a little bit, okay,
Hmm.
to get sorted for lifetime? It is as simple as that. You just spending once in a lifetime to understand yourself. You can assess yourself, you can learn your potentials, you can know your shortcomings. All those things are sorted for you by for once only, so
Correct.
why not take that one time chance. You have somebody. Of course you should choose the right whatever is your comfort method. It's your choice, right? But choose that method. Trust the person who probably. You'll have to go with expertise. That I always say when you have a, let's say, a problem with your throat, you will go to an ENT specialist.
Hmm.
You will not ask a
Correct.
singer, na, कि how do I solve my throat problem. He sings
Correct.
well, but you will go to a ENT specialist. Similarly, a career counselor also is a he's a advised or a knowledgeable person in that sphere. He needs to upkeep himself, upgrow his knowledge, fine tune himself on the like every year. We have to upgrade our knowledge on the new courses that are available. What's happening within the country, what's happening abroad, what are the options. Okay, now today maybe there's a big demand for an X subject, but 5 years later when I graduate, will that subject be in demand? That's another
Absolutely.
choice. So All these aspects are studied by a career counselor. He's learning, he's understanding, he's trying to see what is happening, what is not happening. All those, that is the reason why you invest in a career counseling session. You do not spend. A lot of people say, oh, I spend so much. I always say, you didn't spend so much in career counseling, you invested in career counseling. So that's the
Correct.
difference.
Correct. Absolutely. So, what you derive out of career counseling, just to summarize, as Sudhir sir said, is it matches your personality and your interest with the current trend and the industry demand of professional courses that is going on. Correct, sir?
True. Absolutely, absolutely. Right, Jerry.
Great.
So you
So,
you I mean, you make things simple for me, right? So
yes,
how
of
easy it is
course.
for me. Thank you. Yeah.
Yes. So is there a age? So I mean, it is when I think of career counseling, I mean, generally people try to assume it's only for the youth or person or a child who's still studying. Is there a early age or a later age to have
I
or
I
go
I
to a
I
career
I
counselor?
feel no, Jerry. This is such a tricky question, but I'll speak out of experience. So I've had children as young as you could say 10 or 11 years asking me about numismatics. I've had
Correct.
question coming from a 10-year-old about more than a decade back.
Mhm.
Now she's of course an expertise in that, but she'd asked me this question on numismatics at the age of 10. Now
Wow.
it's shocking that how that child would have known, but she read
Correct.
it in a comic and she was inclined to it, and she had. So you think at 10 years somebody is planning a career. I just spoke to
Correct.
you some time back. So a very famous personality's parent, who was a principal of a very famous school, while
Yes.
retiring, she was discussing, "Ke Sudhir, I spent my life as a teacher, but I'm not sure if I was wanting to do it or not. But I want to know what exactly I can pursue after my retirement." So now it's for all my audience who are there or who are going to see this. So what is the age spectrum? You decide. But yes, if you're serious about making a career choice, then I always say that around secondary school is the first brush of career planning that you should start. So that could be around grade 6 or thereabouts. You start planning your career, and then you move one step at a time. That is how you would do it.
Great, wonderful. So, with this session, we are basically um, informing that it's not only for youth, but it's ideal to start as early as you are in sixth grade, especially for
Yeah.
parents. If you're looking at this session, you can start planning your child's career as early as sixth grade. You can start when they are in college as well, but the sooner the better. And anyone who's absolutely are in their professional career can always visit a counselor and take their feedback in
I,
case you're looking at career
I'll,
changes
I'll,
too.
I'll, I'll add a small note here, Jenny. My one of my personal experiences. So I had a few years back a personality who was in her mid 30s, was a AVP in a leading bank of the country, and was a CA by profession. In spite of all that, she wasn't happy with her the way her career was graphing, and she came to me to discuss. And when we had couple of sessions, and then she said, really this helped me, because I never knew I had this in me, and I always felt inclined to it, but wasn't sure of. And today, she's into sculpturing and pottery, and she is doing so well in terms of satisfaction, passion, money, fame, recognition, everything. And every time she
Great.
meets me, she just sends me a thumbs up and says, that I'm so happy doing what I'm doing now.
Correct.
So
Just to add
from
to this, we have, we come across a lot of students who have completed their bachelor's also. They have done their
right,
BCom or
right.
engineering, but they are still confused what further specialization they can choose at their master's level. For
So
example, we have a lot of engineering graduate, like computer graduates coming, and then are not aware which other subspecialization they can go into, whether AI, robotics,
that's what I'm saying.
data
It is, there are so many. And now see, formally, like I always say, formally, when we went to an ice cream parlor, you had only 4 or 5 flavors. You had a choco bar, then you had strawberry, you had an orange ice cream, and you had just, and ultimately you had casata. That's it. Beyond that, you cannot think. But today, if you go
Correct.
to an ice cream parlor, you're spoiled for choices. So
Of
what
course.
happens with ice creams is happening with careers. So
Correct.
formally,
Correct.
a commerce graduate could do only a commerce aspect of it, or a science student could do maybe life sciences. Today, you could have a doctor who's doing money management of hospitals with hospitalization, and so you could have, choose a lot of permutations. That is how
Correct.
it is. That is how it
Correct.
is. You can have many permutation and combinations. In the olden
Correct.
days, everything was plain vanilla and chocolate. But today,
Correct.
lots of sundaes and lots of mix and match of ice creams and dollies and cones and everything. So that's how careers are also.
Correct, correct. Absolutely, sir. I mean, I have student coming, and do sharing with us that, no, my uncle told me you should be pursuing this particular course. This has a great demand in this country, No, in this country you should do this course. So, are, respecting the relatives and the parents, are they the right people? Of course, they being there in the foreign country, the source of, professional to guide on career. What difference will it make when a professional career counselor offers this, the
I mean,
guidance?
see, I always help students. Just because you have your uncle who's a successful chartered accountant does not mean you will be great in the field of commerce.
Correct.
Yes, your uncle may have really good knowledge. Nobody is denying that. We respect their acumen. Everything is respected and everything is good. But is he the right person? He is not the right person, because, as I told you, across you represent more than 200 plus universities, right? And
Absolutely. Yeah.
so many career options. So when you discuss for a student, I mean, I always say, we are confused. If we take couple of days or sometimes a week to actually crystallize on those 3 4 aspects of combination that we can give, right?
Correct.
When we are day in and day out dealing with this, so an uncle who knows only about 4 5 careers, okay, how well equipped is he to give me information about what I should do,
Mhm.
right? Let's say, for example, I know dance forms. I know a lot of
Mhm.
dance forms, but how would I decide what is the best dance form for my daughter? I would
Absolutely.
send her to an expert choreographer or a dance teacher, or somebody who would be able to analyze, is she good in a particular form, or how expressive she is, or what. Every dance form has a different thing. So maybe I'm a good career counselor, but I may not be an expert on dance forms, right? So why will I delve into a dance class for my child? So similarly, an uncle who is a successful doctor may not be a successful or a good career counselor. That's what I would say. So you need to go to expertise. Just like I told you, I've broken my bone on my feet. So
Hmm.
I will not go to a gynecologist, right?
Of course.
I will go to a orthopedic surgeon. So
Sure.
when it comes to career, why don't we leave it to experts?
Correct.
The
So
choice,
students.
the choice of the expert could be yours, but expertise is required.
Great, of course. So student and audience who are watching, in case you're looking for career counseling advice and assessment, please connect with us on a helpline number, and Sudhir sir will always be available to offer you his expertise counseling session. So moving on to my next question, uh, how can a career counseling help student going abroad for higher studies?
See, again, now it is like anybody and every. So first thing is, I want to go to the US.
Hmm.
It starts from there. Then it is popular destinations, then popular colleges, and
Hmm.
then, so it, I always feel is, what is my expertise, where would I grow? After looking at it, then you meet maybe experts like y'all who know, have a knowledge of the various countries, then the best universities in those countries, then the best courses that are there in those universities, and the best subjects. And now all that is good, but does my pocket allow it? That is another aspect. Let us be very truthful. So how much is the economics? what is the prospect of my career growth, what how good is that subject for my future, all those things have to be, it's like a jigsaw puzzle. You fit in the jigsaw puzzle and you get the picture right. Just because I have good colorful pieces, I will not get a good picture, right? I'll have to fit in the jigsaw. So again, there you'll need an expert advice on which course, which country, which university, how, when, why, where. All those things is what you'll put in, and you'll get the best or the optimum result.
Absolutely. So, along with Sudhir sir, we help you undertake a very unique student ability test, which help you identify three C's: selecting the right country, the right college, and the right course. So, you may please connect with us and get more information about it. And we expect that you take this as an investment and not a expenditure for your life. So, moving on to my next question and the last question, Sudhir sir, what is your one success advice to student?
I come again, I just lost that link.
Yeah, sorry. With so much of ample exposure and experience that you have, what is one success advice that you may give to our audience?
Like I already said, invest in the right course, uh, for career guidance at the right time. It is
Absolutely.
the right course of action in the right time. That's it. Nothing else.
Absolutely.
And the earlier you do, it's always better. The earlier
Wonderful.
in life you do, it's always better. So you have time for course correction. Say in grade 5 6, suppose you've done your first uh, uh, you know uh, course choice, or you started your mapping, like I say, your career mapping. It's all about mapping the career thing. You started it somewhere in grade 6. Then
Hmm.
in the next 2 3 years there'll be a change or a shift in your personality, in your ideas, the new subjects. You could do it again in grade 8 9, and then by grade 10 you're sure where to go, what to do, and then it becomes very easy. So it's a 3 step.
Absolutely. Absolutely. With this, I believe our audience have received much more information and have explored the importance of career counseling. And with this, we end today's session. Thank you all for joining me today. Thank you, Sudhir sir, for this
Thank you, Jenny.
insightful conversation. If any of our listeners seek further information, please feel free to connect with us on our helpline number 9987099890. Our experienced counselors will be happy to assist you instantly. My name is Jenny Lisa from Aleph, signing off with a promise to come back again next Friday with another interesting topic and some amazingly talented speaker, enlightening you on the subject that matters the most. Until then, stay safe and stay excited. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye, sir.